Hi guys, welcome back to the video. Today we are going to take a closer look at LSSC, Lightning Shared Scooter Company, and is it legit or a scam? Right, I covered this investigation in another video, which you can find the link in the comments, in the description, sorry, or I'll leave the link also on this video. So that's it, right? So I covered this particular company a while back, and based on request I decided to still talk about it. In my investigation came out not satisfactory, and I'll give some of the reasons why that investigation was not satisfactory, and I cannot categorically tell you that this company is legit. In fact, it's a scam. Okay, yeah, I said it. So I feel like there's no legitimacy in terms of the secrecy behind the founder and CEO of the company, right? And that's number one. So I've been asking these questions, and one of the biggest promoters of this I think it's at best a Ponzi scheme, and one of the biggest promoters is a guy called Professor Eric on YouTube, and maybe some of you watching this video may have come from that particular channel, but I'll go into some things that the so-called Professor Eric always talks about as proof of legitimacy of the company, and I'll debunk those things in this video. So if you listen to Professor Eric and some of the people who try to convince you to join this LSSC, one of the things you would hear as a proof of legitimacy is that the company has MSB registration, right? So that's the first thing you hear, and they're not wrong. So if you go on the MSB website and you search for the company, you would indeed see Lightning Shared Scooter Co. Limited, which is the MSB registration that the company and those who are promoting it fronts, right? And so that's one. But I'd like to still say this to everyone watching, that off the top of my head right now, I can count at least four different scams. That is really high level scams. I'm talking scams in millions of dollars that has carried out their scam activities and gone away with millions of dollars. And you search this MSB, you will find them. So they had MSB registration. Again, even if when you look at the MSB registration page, right? When you look at the MSB registration homepage, you see that it says fraudsters are using financial crimes enforcement network money service business registration to process registration process to defraud the public. You should not trust a company only because it's listed on the web page. Now, whenever I see a company fronting MSB registration as their proof of legitimacy, it raises a huge red flag, right? Because we all know that every scammer can get MSB registration now, and as long as you are able to say a company is legit, or we are doing this, you can get the MSB registration. Now, if you check the MSB registration website and you search Lightning Shared Scooter Co., you would find that yes, they indeed have a MSB registration. But one of the biggest scams that just happened in Nigeria is called CBEX, and if you look at CBEX, you will see that they also are on the MSB registration. Like, CBEX scam in Nigeria is in millions of dollars, right? 800 and something $million is what people are saying they've gone away with. That's one. Another scam, remember I told you at least four off the top of my head that I can think of right now. Another scam that also just went away with millions of dollars is ADK. Go and check. All these things I'm showing you, please go and verify. This is what they showed as their MSB registration, ADK Capital Inc. And as of today, even the app, which is not on the App Store, is closed, right? Users lost a lot of money to these scams. Now, another scam that just swept Nigerians of their hard-earned money is this one called WWCoin. And I've covered all these things in previous videos. I don't know why people didn't see all the red flags I was talking. WWCoin. And I told you that, remember, MSB registration is not a proof of legitimacy. So you can see I'm counting like recent scams that has happened in Nigeria, and this went away with a lot of people's money. They were on this MSB registration page, right? And they went away with a lot of money. Okay, another thing that you will find that is similar among all these scams is that CBEX, the app was not on the App Store. ADK, the app was not on the App Store. WWCoin, the app was not on the App Store, right? The app in which they transact and do their whatever, it was not available on the App Store or Play Store. Why? Because for you to get your apps on these platforms, there are security measures that you must be able to meet, right? Security requirements that must be met for your apps to be available on Play Store or App Store. And these people know that they cannot maneuver some of these requirements, and so they just make an app that you can manually download and install. So we're having something common amongst these other scam companies, right? These other scammers. The app is still not on the App Store for Lightning shared scooter company. It's the same thing. LSSC app is not on the App Store. I'm waiting for anybody to prove me wrong. Another what do you call it? Another thing that these companies have in common with LSSC is that there is absolutely no face to the company. For example, ADK has crashed, right? They have MSB registration, but nobody knows the face behind ADK. So there is no face you can hold. Of course, you can't hold the person who invited you to join. The person will simply tell you, I'm not the owner of ADK. And you ask, okay, who is the owner of ADK? Who can we hold responsible for our money? Nobody knows. It's the same thing with WWCoin. It's the same thing with CBEX. Nobody knows. So you are dealing with a faceless company, and you think your money is safe? Really? So that's another unifying factor that all these companies have in common with LSSC. Then another thing that I see that is very wrong. So again, I've been asking this question even on in fact, Professor Eric has even blocked me, right? He has blocked Drillabyte from even commenting on his pages, because I keep going there to drop comment. The last time he attempted to respond to Drillabyte comment, I believe then he did not know about Drillabyte. I believe after he did his research and discovered that this is a scam buster, he just quickly blocked Drillabyte from commenting on his pages. He tried to respond in a live. I joined the live with Drillabyte account, and Professor Eric tried to respond in that live, but he didn't have the answer to who is the founder. The question was direct: who is the founder and CEO of the company? Even the Professor Eric, who is I consider the biggest promoter, didn't have the answer to that question, right? You can go and check out his YouTube page. He didn't have the answer to that question. He just went about saying, it's some person, I'm not so sure, and that was his response, right? So there is no face to the company. No, like solid face. For example, if I ask you to invest in Tesla shares, you know the face behind Tesla. Elon Musk, if I ask you to invest in Microsoft shares, you know the face behind Microsoft. You know who the CEO is. The same goes for Apple, right? You know who the CEO is. So the same goes for every other company that you can invest in their shares, because LSSC is proposing that you own a part of the company by investing your money and getting scooters, and then these scooters are used as rent or something, and then that's how you make your money. And you have the app where you turn on your scooter and turn off your scooter operations. Good, fine. The business model is there, is for them to really, I don't know, but at the end of the day, the secrecy behind the owners of the company, no, it's a massive red flag. And one funny thing is, I don't know why the target is black people. Why are they targeting black Americans, right? Why are they targeting mostly blacks? And from what I can gather, mostly immigrants, right? They're targeting a lot of immigrants, and this is why it's even this is why I'm very angry. Okay, if you look at, and one more thing, or I don't know, maybe this would be like the last point I'm going to make. If you look at lightshare.com, of course this is from lightshare.com. You can register lightshare.com. You can actually register and do the other things on the website, on LSSC. You can chat with their Telegram, you can chat with their support, right? So this is supposed to be the official domain for registering, chatting with support, visiting their YouTube channel to find out about the company, and so on. And then they have another website, another domain, LSSC.ltd. This is where you can find out about the company, right? So I want to see I want to see the date of registration of these domain names, right? LSSC.ltd and lightshare.com. So I want to see when this domain name was registered, and I'll show you in a jiffy. But if you even look at the company profile on LSSC.ltd, you see that nowhere on the company profile did they mention the CEO or founder of the company, official CEO and founder of the company. Nowhere on the company website. So how can a company not even have a single information about their founder and CEO on company profile, right? You read through the company profile, not a single information of the founder and CEO, and you are not smart enough to ask questions that, look, why does your company profile not have even a single mention of who the founder and CEO is? Okay, of course they are not on the Play Store. This is just for decoration. They are not on the App Store. It's just for decoration, right? Now, I also, if you check the last video I did, I actually went ahead to ask via their official Telegram handle. I asked this question that, look, who is your founder and CEO? No response. Please go and watch that video. Everything, all my chat with the support is right there. They kept dodging the question. No response to that question. Remember, I did the same thing for ADK that just crashed. I did the same thing, and they kept dodging my question. They refused to answer my question, and now my prediction happened. ADK turned out to be a bloody massive scam, right? And someone will say, oh, why do you think they are targeting black people? Okay, let's click on their YouTube channel. Just check out this with me, so that you understand when I say they're targeting black people and mostly immigrants, right? Click on their YouTube channel, LLSC Dallas Mega Event. Now go and look at the comments. Look at the people commenting. Just look at the people commenting, mostly blacks. See that? Look at the people commenting. I'm telling you, mostly blacks. And of course, if you look at the biggest promoter, Lightning, LIGHT, is it Lightning? Is it Lightning? Okay, Lightning Shared Scooter Company. So if you search this, you will see this guy is the biggest promoter, Professor Eric. And you see, I'm subscribed to his channel, but even though I'm subscribed to his channel, I can't comment. My comments would not show up because, again, he deletes my comments almost immediately, or has, barred me from commenting. So if you look at his channel, this is what he uses to promote this Lightning Shared. 12.6 thousand subscribers. People about to get scammed, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, people about to get scammed. And this guy, all his videos, look at all his videos is about LSSC, but not one mention of the founder of this company in his videos. Now let me finally, this is the last point I will make, right? This is the last point I'll make. If you go back to this place, if you go back here, if you click on they have like this link. So I didn't mention this link, LSSC-kb.vertical, like the app, right? This is like the app when you want to download the app. So they have this. I don't know what's this for. So, okay, can click it. Okay, so they have like this app. Now under operation, withdrawal and rules, nowhere, if you look at the rules, this is what they say: scooters must be started and stopped before 12 a.m. midnight EST. The latest running time can be initiated. The latest running time can be initiated is at 3 p.m. Scooter run time / operation should be completed before 7 p.m. EST. Operations and withdrawal are not allowed during weekend days, which is Saturday and Sunday. So nowhere on the rules do they state that if you do not bring people, you will be removed from the contract. Nowhere. It's not stated. Even on their website, nowhere is this stated. But I'm telling you categorically that if you don't bring people, you will be removed. Right? So again, their whole whatever depends on your ability to bring more people. You have to bring, it's a multi-level marketing Ponzi scam. That's what it is. It is a multi-level marketing Ponzi scam. Simple. If you click on the install, you see now they say app installation instruction less step than App Store or Google Play. It's a lie. Put the app on App Store and Google Play, because to put the app on App Store and Google Play, some identification must be done. Security requirements must be done. You must fulfill these things. You can't be anonymous and put the app and on Google Play or App Stores. I need you all to understand. Like, you cannot be an anonymous person and put your app there. So there must be a contact person, right? And nobody wants to be the contact person, because why? It's a multi-level marketing Ponzi scam. So if it's a scam, it's difficult for scammers to put their apps on the App Store because they're avoiding being traced. And talking about being traced, the fact that every transaction is done using crypto also should speak for itself. That should be a big red flag as well, right? If you look at it, what I'm saying to you now is that when you go to if you go here, you will see that everything you are doing is crypto. You see, Coinbase, so you have to purchase USDT and then pay via crypto, right? And why? anonymity. Everybody wants to stay anonymous, so you don't have anybody to hold if anything happens, right? So these are the things I found, and I don't know, share your experience. If you have answers to the questions I've asked and the concerns I've raised with this LSSC, please, I'll be glad to learn. But in my opinion, this is just a multi-level marketing Ponzi scam, right, at best. And it hurts that the target is black immigrants. Okay, so thank you all for watching this one. I hope you learn and don't fall victim for scammers. We are here to expose them, and we'll keep doing that. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.